let's talk about champagne. This is a really special champagne, not just because it is Bernard Lonclas, which we've reviewed here in the past, not because it is a partner of ours, which we are very proud and happy to have, not because it is a vintage, which we don't do too many vintages here, not because it's a 2014 vintage, but because this bottle happens to have our first label. Look at that label. Now, some people might ask, wait a minute, aren't you everyday bubbly? Why does the label say DAS 3 Media? So here's why. We have two companies. One is our import-export company, where we use that company to import our champagnes, and we use that company to sort out our licenses, our permits, things like that. Everyday Bubbly is our sales and our membership club. That is why there's two different names. So we decided that a little bit of separation helps, so that is why the bottles that you guys will receive if you order from us will say DAS 3 Media. That is us. That is a very important step for us, because not only did we get our labels, which means that all these bottles are official, I just happen to have an entire crate full of them, and I'm really happy about that. So this is an interesting time, this is a special time, and we are gonna open this up. We are going to sample it because, like I said, I have not done too many vintages. This is the first Bernard Lonclas vintage that I've done. And, you know, let's just get into it and see what we can taste. Got lucky on that one. All right. We all know that I love eye candy, but I kind of want to savor pouring this one myself. I'll show you some of the eye candy in a minute, but I'm excited for this myself. So. This is my favorite part of what I do. Moments like this, when it's a new champagne, it's a special champagne, it's a vintage champagne, it has our labels on it. It is a special time, and I'm really, really excited. So, you know, have a look at some eye candy here. So before we go into this, let me give you a little bit of some technical data on this, because it is a vintage, and as a vintage, it deserves a bit more sort of respect and appreciation than a standard champagne, okay? This is a 80% Chardonnay, a 20% Pinot Meunier. Now, I love the Pinot Meunier. And when I talk about mouthfeel, I can tell that a champagne has Meunier in it by the way my mouth feels. And I can nail it instantly. I was trying a bottle of Charles Heidsieck, and it had a little bit of Meunier in it, and I could taste it immediately, that's Meunier. And I just love that. I love when a winemaker can use Meunier, not just for a rosé, because that's usually the grape that they use for the rosé is a Meunier, but to be able to mix it in with the white, because you have to be really, really careful when you press the Meunier, because remember, Meunier is a dark-skinned grape with a light skin inside. So you've got to be really, really careful to crush the grapes and press them and maintain the clarity of the white grape without the leaching of the skins. And that takes some talent, and that's why pressing is so important. So this has a 8.5% dosage. This rested on lees for a minimum of 4 years. So I'm expecting some complexity. I'm expecting some freshness. There's a lot of Chardonnay in here. And the aging, although it's 4 years, which is a decent amount of time, it isn't a jaw-dropping amount of time to age a champagne. But I'm expecting some liveliness, I'm expecting some depth, and I don't know. So let's give this nose a try and see what it smells like. I can smell already the Meunier. I can smell the Chardonnay. It is the hallmark of complexity when the two, you can get each independently and then you get each together. That's a hint of some serious complexity. I'm getting some white fruit, some citrus, a little bit of pear. Now, there's something in it that I cannot peg. I don't know what it is, but maybe when I taste it, I'll get an idea for it. There's a sweetness here as well on the nose, almost like butter. There's like a hint of a nose of butter. So, all right, here we go. All right, immediately, when you taste this, you're gonna know why they make vintages. Some people say that the idea of the vintage is kind of going away, that instead of having a vintage of 2014, there's a movement towards a blend of vintages. And I'm kind of for that, I really am, because as I taste this, I understand that you have to approach this very, very differently. You can't approach this like a regular glass of champagne because there's a story here. This is about perfection. This is about the expression of 1 year's harvest and what depth that year had. There's a reason why this year was special to them. There's a reason why 2014 was special overall. And you taste that. Is it as complex as a non-vintage? More so. Is it as deep as a non-vintage? More so. This is an expression, and you have to approach it that way, because if you don't, you're gonna miss things. If you're expecting this to be just your champagne you just drink, well, you're really gonna miss out on something here. So let's give this another try, and then I'm gonna try to see what that nose is that was so elusive a second ago. The smoothness there is just amazing. I mean, that is just amazing. That is so smooth. And I talk about drinkability. I talk about how easy something is to drink. This goes down very, very easy, as it should. The aging, the year, the vintage, all of it. The Meunier, the Chardonnay, they're so perfect. This is, in my opinion, this is, before I say it, I think this is perfection. I do. I think this is absolutely perfection. I think that this is beyond an expression of their house style, which is their Blanc de Blanc, which we reviewed not too long ago. And the Blanc de Blanc was amazing. This is not as lively because it's aged differently. It's not a blend, it's a vintage. This champagne is the expression of maturity, of time, of patience, of care. This goes beyond caring about your grapes. This goes beyond caring about your house style. This is a statement, as a vintage should be. And as of now, the Bernard Lonclas Vintage 2014 is our first vintage that we are going to be selling. It won't be the last, but I'm telling you, I'm glad I'm leading off with this one because this is absolutely magnificent. This is a champagne for a connoisseur, okay? It doesn't pain me to say that, but this is not every day. okay? This is special. This is special occasion. This is major moment, life achievement. This is the champagne that is for moments that you have so very few of in this life. The vintage 2014 Bernard Lonclas, this is a champagne for those moments. And it should be approached with a little bit more respect. And by doing that, you will get the nuances, you will get the boldness, you will get the subtlety, you will get everything out of it that they want you to get out of it. So remember to approach this with respect and utter enjoyment, because bottles like this don't come around every day, and bottles like this should really, really be savored. So yeah, that's what I think. Again, I love doing these videos, and I just enjoy them immensely because it's my way of being able to show good champagnes, highlight them, and give these people the due that they deserve, because all the champagne houses that we work with, these are special people. So again, everyone, the Bernard Lonclas Vintage 2014, our first bottle with our official label. This is as legit as it gets, and stay tuned for more. Check out our website, www.everydaybubbly.com, and please hit that subscribe button. It takes you 1 second, but it makes a huge, huge difference to us. That's all I ask. Until the next time, champagne every day. Thank you.